Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina and Wake Forest Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. These guys have a pass-catch combination as good as any in the country. David, they always seem to be in sync.
Yeah, if that guy out wide is covered, he's open. And if you got a great quarterback like this, too, it just all works hand in hand. He's looking for him. He's going to force-feed him. He's got that kind of arm talent. So a duo that is really hard to stop.
Yeah, and I think what's special about these two is obviously the quarterback has great arm strength, and this receiver can run routes and catch the ball, but their chemistry is just remarkable. It always seems like when there's a big play to be had, the QB is looking for his go-to guy on the outside, and nobody can stop them. These guys have put in the work together all offseason, and it's showing up on game day.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Here's Mensah to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Jacobs. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about...
But, and he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Hurricane! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
From the gun, third down, Gio Lopez. Dumps it off in the flats. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And the Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the rock.
And I can't tell you how impressed with him, and not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking, like the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like, I can't wait to watch his steps to see if he continues to grow and get better, because the start was at a high level, as in one of the best in all of college.
Snags it and he's open. Good execution. They move the sticks and they've got it at the 33. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Hands it off on the counter. Maybe some room here. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Hurricanes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Canes. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's at their...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Great job. The containment and the tackling, they stop him for no gain. And the Canes will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of...
Oh, he's got some space. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Quick completion to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lopez makes the catch. Here's a Demon Deacon still down on the field, and they'll stop play to have him looked at. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Punt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Throwing, Mensah. Right down the middle. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eye.
And the defense got him at the 27.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that DN getting that sack.
Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Canes will send out the punt unit.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Davis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Lopez. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Late hit on the quarterback gives us off. Free first down and some yardage. Offense. set of downs. The play fake, Gio Lopez. It's complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up them.
Makes a grab and room to run. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Lopez. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground.
And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Lopez to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Wait calls a timeout, and they have no more to use. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lopez from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 17 team, the Houston Cougars.
And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, I did catch up with the Demon Deacons head coach at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Thanks, Holly. The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Here's Lopez to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wiggins. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. The run inside. It's Wiggins. Oh, what a move. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up. Lopez wants to fire. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hernandez. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
The Demon Deacons have this offense rolling. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lopez. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This offense. trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Boy, that is a tough penalty to take. That'll back them up for this 2nd and goal. Lopez to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. He does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Here's a Demon Deacon still down on the field, and they'll stop play to have him looked at. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Pocket breaking down. Got room at the 35. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very... play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Mensah. Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Being chased. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at second and long. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Maybe an ill-advised throw there into the middle of the field, and it's knocked down and incomplete.
Receivers just haven't been able to separate and get open tonight. It's been that way all game long so far. It's been tough on this QB. Another one gets swatted away for an incompletion.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Throwing, Lopez. Extending the play. Sweet cut there. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Give to the back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They had... down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Running inside, it's Wiggins. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion.
Gets loose in the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wake.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that? And I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Trying to make magic with his feet. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Miami! They move on top here in the 4th. The Hurricanes back on top. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Here's Lopez to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Lopez wants to fire. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. They're in the gun on 3rd down. It's Lopez. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Lopez to throw for it on 4th. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Here's Mensah to throw. Got it. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Lopez to pass. Under fire.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Finds his man. It's Hernandez. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. From the gun, third down, Gio Lopez. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble. And they get the fumble back, but time is still dwindling away. They got to get it going. The Demon Deacons use their second timeout. They'll have one left. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Lopez. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. He's taking the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team.
There he goes. Past the 10. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, down here on the Wake Forest sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall. And
time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Bringing the heat. He wants a big play here late. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way, and you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Throwing for it on 4th, Gio Lopez. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
off.